In this instructional video, we would like to present information on vibration, its effect on ride comfort and tire wear. The objective of this video is to provide a method to investigate and resolve a vibration complaint. A driver complains about a vibration in a vehicle which is causing discomfort and aggravation. But what exactly is vibration? A vibration is the repetitive motion derived from the movement of many components in a vehicle during operation. In general, the trucking industry refers to up and down motion as vibration and side-to-side motion as shimmy. Since the majority of ride complaints involve these two situations, this video will concentrate on those issues. A vibration has two characteristics: frequency and amplitude. Frequency is defined as the number of repeated motions which occur in a given period of time, usually 1 second. The measurement of frequency, or cycles occurring in 1 second, is commonly referred to as hertz. For an example of frequency, an 11R22.5 Michelin XZA2 will rotate 504 times in 1 mile. Thus, at 65 miles per hour, the frequency, or hertz, for this tire is 9.1. The severity of a vibration is its amplitude, or strength or level of disturbance the driver is experiencing. In addition, an object connected to the source of a vibration will begin to vibrate at the same frequency as the source. When the source begins to vibrate at the same natural frequency as the object, resonance occurs. This generally becomes more severe as speed increases. How does a driver experience vibration? This is usually experienced in 3 ways. Number 1, what the driver is feeling, such as a shaking in the steering wheel, in the driver's seat, or in the floor. Number 2, what the driver is seeing, such as a vibrating gear shift or mirrors. Or what the driver is hearing, such as rattling noises within the vehicle. Basically, a vibration complaint has 3 elements. The source of the excitation. The source can include a mismounted or out-of-balance tire and wheel assembly, an out-of-round brake drum, non-functioning suspension components, a flat-spotted tire, an unbalanced or misangled drive shaft, fifth wheel position, influence from the trailer, or road surface roughness. The path by which the excitation is transmitted. The path of a vibration can include the steering components, frame rails, and cab assembly. The result is the vibration being felt, seen, or heard by the driver. There are 2 kinds of ride complaints: harsh and harmonic. Harsh ride is generally due to the surface of the road feeling too rough and can be aggravated by overinflated tires, overloaded suspension, or the fifth wheel being set too far forward. Harmonic ride is when the vehicle begins to experience vibration at critical road speed. Sources include rotating axle end components not properly mounted, worn, broken, or out of adjustment suspension, driveline not properly balanced or aligned, cab and body mounts having insufficient capacity to absorb vibrations, or frame rail flexing. As a general rule of thumb, if a vibration is being felt in the steering wheel or floor, the source is usually in the front end of a vehicle. If a vibration is being felt through a seat, then the source is usually coming from the rear end of a vehicle. Vibration being felt in the steering wheel can be the result of several different inputs. For example, number 1, the front tire wheel assemblies are out of balance or improperly mounted on the vehicle. Number 2, the front tires are mismounted on the wheel. The front tires and/or wheels are out of round. The tolerance for a tire wheel assembly is 95 thousandths of an inch measured radially on the tread. Number 4, the front tires have developed flat spots or diagonal wear on the tread. Number 5, the brake drum is out of round or out of balance. Or, number 6, the front suspension components and/or shock absorbers are worn out or broken. If the vibration is being felt in the driver's seat, then the vibration is coming from the rear of the vehicle. Sources generally include rear tires and wheels that are flat-spotted, out of round, or out of balance. an improperly functioning suspension system, a drive line that is out of balance, out of round, or at an incorrect angle. Axle shafts and axle ends are not concentric. Frame flexing. The objective of this video is to provide a method to investigate and resolve a vibration complaint. With the cooperation of the driver, this process is a systematic elimination of the different parts of a vehicle to arrive at a corrective action. The process involves 4 major areas of investigation, any one of which may identify the vibration's source: driver interview, maintenance history, vehicle inspection, and number 4, vehicle test ride. The first step is to interview the driver to determine the operating conditions during which the vibration occurs. For example, when did it begin? And where is it being felt, seen, or heard? The results of the interview should determine the next step of the analysis process. At any point in the investigative process, it may be possible to identify the source of the vibration, eliminating the need for any further analysis. The next step is to review the vehicle's maintenance history to see if any recent action occurred prior to the vibration complaint, or what has been done since the vibration was first identified. The third step is an inspection of the vehicle, including tires, wheels, hubs, axle ends, and suspension components to determine if any irregularities are contributing to the vibration. The last step is to go for a test drive in the vehicle with the driver to duplicate the sensations the driver is feeling under operating conditions. In the driver interview, several questions need to be asked. When was the vibration first noticed, and how long has this been occurring? Is this occurring on a new vehicle or a vehicle in which some maintenance procedure has just been performed? Where is the vibration occurring, through the steering wheel or through the driver's seat? Under what conditions is the vibration occurring? Under acceleration, braking, or within a certain speed range? Is it occurring only on stretches of certain roads and not on all roads? Does it go away when the clutch is engaged at road speed? Does it occur under both loaded and unloaded conditions, or whether pulling a trailer or bobtail? Based upon these questions, it is possible to identify certain influences right away. Vibrations that can be eliminated by engaging the clutch at road speed are probably being induced by either the engine or driveline. If a vibration is eliminated by dropping the trailer, then the source is usually the trailer's tire wheel assemblies or the location of the fifth wheel. Vibrations which are experienced between 50 to 60 miles per hour, but not above or below that speed, are generally related to the tire wheel runout. Vibrations that worsen with increasing speed are usually the result of an out-of-balance situation on a rotating component. If the driver indicated the vibration began just after a service, check the vehicle maintenance history to see what was performed and how it could influence the vibration. For example, has the vehicle recently been given new tires and wheels, an alignment, or replaced components such as tie rods, tie rod ends, shocks, etc.? After the interview and review of the maintenance file, it may be possible to determine the source of the vibration. If more information is needed, then inspect the vehicle. For vibrations felt in the steering wheel, start by inspecting the front tire and wheel assemblies for the following: correct seating of the tire on the wheel or excess runout of the tire wheel assembly, tire and wheel assembly being balanced. Look for indications of missing tire weights. A tire and wheel assembly which has been dynamically computer balanced will be in better balance than an assembly which has been balanced with an on-vehicle balancer. With an on-vehicle balancer, the tire will produce the equivalent of a static balance even while rotating. Mounting a balanced assembly on an unbalanced hub will still leave an out-of-balance situation. Check the front tires for inflation pressures, flat spots, unequal tread depths from side to side, or any mechanical or alignment-induced wear patterns such as diagonal wear. Check for bent wheels, loose lug nuts, or incorrect seating on hub pilots. Check the brake drums for missing weights. Check for worn kingpins, loose wheel bearings, or loose U-bolts. Check for looseness in the steering gearbox, tie rod ends, and drag link ends. A difference in caster from side to side of larger than 1/2 degree or caster larger than manufacturer specifications can also lead to a front end shimmy. A separate Michelin video is available that details correct procedures for tire mounting, balancing, and correcting runout. If the vibration appears to be coming from the rear end, check the rear tires for mismatching of duals. A difference of over 4/32 in tread depth may exist. If a set of dual tires have flat spots in the same place, rotate one of the tires 180 degrees to reduce the harmonic effects of the flat spots by allowing them to cancel each other out. Generally, rear tires do not need to be balanced. However, they should be checked for correct seating on the wheel, inflation pressures, bent wheels, and the same general items as steer tires. Other items to check are rear axle equalizer bushings being worn, incorrect airbag height, worn torque arm bushings, and rear suspension springs past a horizontal placement under load. If you suspect the driveline is the cause, check for a balance weight. If it is present, then the angle of the driveline may not be correct. For this problem, you will need to contact your vehicle manufacturer's representative. Also check whether a longer wheelbase is coupled with lighter frame rails. Are the frame rails or cross members cracked, damaged, loose, broken, or missing? If, after talking with the driver and inspecting the vehicle, you cannot determine the source of the vibration, then go for a test ride. Be sure to instruct the driver to simulate the exact conditions under which the sensations are being experienced. Warm up the tires for at least 5 miles. On a smooth road, disengage the clutch. If the vibration disappears, then it is engine-related. If it continues, then check the drivetrain components, rotating assemblies, suspensions, and mounts. Also on a smooth road, check for speed sensitivity. Does it occur at 1 speed, under acceleration, coasting, braking? Is it continuous, or does it phase in and out? Next, try driving on a rough road. Does this surface initiate the vibration? If so, check to see if the tire inflation is too high, or if the suspension is worn or out of tolerance. Is the airbag height set too low? If the vibration occurs during braking, then check for cracked brake drums. If the vibration occurs when accelerating but not coasting, then it is induced by the drivetrain. However, if it occurs when accelerating and coasting, then check the tire wheel assembly. When all else fails, another method of solving stubborn vibrations is the use of a vibration analyzer, which will measure the frequency and strength of vibrations from different locations of the vehicle. Your chassis representative should have the equipment to measure these frequencies. When investigating a vibration complaint, we first need to do a step-by-step elimination of different sources of the vibration. If, after careful analysis, you can eliminate the tires and wheels as the cause of the vibration, you may need to contact the vehicle manufacturer's representative for assistance. We hope the information presented in this video will assist you in the search for and elimination of vibrations that are a source of irritation for the driver. If any further assistance is needed, please contact your Michelin representative.
Michelin, a better way forward.